Shalom everyone and welcome back to class. I want to believe that you've been practicing the alphabet that we studied in our last class. We've learned about 14 letters in the Hebrew alphabet and I have them here on the board. I want to believe that you can remember them. So let's go together. Number 1 is what? Aleph. Number 2 is what? Bet. Number 3 is what? Gimel. Number 4 is what? Dalet. Number 5 is what? Hey. Number 6 is what? Vav. Number 7 is what? Zayin. Number 8 is what? Kate. Number 9 is what? Tate. Number 10 is what? Yod. Number 11 is what? Kaf. Number 12 is what? Lamed. Number 13 is what? Mem. Number 14 is what? Nun. Alright, so these are the alphabets here on the board. So today we are going to look at the remaining alphabet and a little bit of vocabularies additionally. Alright. For example, there are some words we can write now. Let me look at it. Yes. Okay. Remember that we read from right to left. Please never forget that. Okay. Now, if you want to know how to pronounce, now I know that I'm here to show you vowels, but don't worry, for now I'm going to be writing some words and then ask you to pronounce it. I'll tell you the vowel there and then ask you to pronounce it. For example, we have the word, this is a word. Now, these 3 dots is the vowel called segol, and that's the vowel for short E. And it is the same vowel that is under the 2 consonants. Now, for you to be able to pronounce at the moment, you may need to do what we call transliteration. Remember to watch the video on transcription, transliteration, and translation. So what letter is this in English? This is Yod, all right, in Hebrew. But what letter is it in English? That's Y. And I already said this is what? E. Now what is this? This is Lamed. In English is what? Hell. What is this? Sego again. E. And what is this? Dalet. In English is what? D. So we have Yeled. Yeled. And this is the word for child. 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 Alright? Yeled. Child or son. A son child. Alright? So I'm going to write this one and then ask you to pronounce it for me. Now the 2 dots here is also E, but this is the long E. Alright? If it's 3, it's short E. If it's 2, it's long E. Alright, so I want you to try and pronounce this. And if you were able to pronounce it, I want you to write it in the comment that I did pronounce it correctly after you hear me pronounce it. So go ahead and pronounce it. You may want to write it out too and then pronounce it. All right? Okay, so I believe you should be done by now. So this is our apologies, because you might make a mistake, because let me add Dagesh. Remember that we talked about Dagesh. All right, let me add Dagesh so that you can write it correctly. Okay, so yeah, are you done now? So let's write it. This is bait, right? That's B. This is long E, and this is noon. So we have Ben. Ben. This is also the same word for, is also the word for son. Now, all right. Yeled means child, right? Child, but like a male child. Why Ben means son, right? That's my Ben. That's my son. You get it now? So you have Ben. Okay, were you able to pronounce it? If you're able to pronounce it, let me know in the comments. So let's move on. Right, the next letter we are looking at is the letter called Samek. Samek. I can also clean the K. All right, and the English equivalent is S. The English equivalent is S. All right, and our numerical value is 60. Our numerical value is 60, like an O, but that comes to this side. That's how I write Samek. All right. Yahweh Sabaoth. You see, you are learning Hebrew already. Yahweh Sabaoth, Samek. All right, Samek. It makes C sound. Yeah, the next alphabet is the alphabet Ayin. Ayin. All right, and Ayin numerical value is 70. However, Ayin is just like Aleph, and it is also silent. So in Hebrew, go and watch the video on types of alphabet. All right, you can use the link. Watch the video on types of alphabet, and you're going to see that we have these two silent letters in Hebrew: Aleph, the first letter, and Ayin. All right, the 16th letter. So Ayin is silent, 70. All right, that's how I write Ayin. Okay, so we're going to write it again, don't worry. Then after Ayin, we have We have pay. 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 All right. It makes P sound and also make the fee sound. So sometimes when people write it as pay, right, because it makes the P sound and the fee sound. All right. When you look at the video, when you check the video on types of alphabets, you're also going to get to know, because we made mention of dagesh when we're talking about bait, that when a dagesh is present, it sounds B, ada. When a dagesh is not there, it sounds vate, softer. That's the same thing with pay. When a dagesh is there, it sounds P. Pay. Without a dagesh, it sounds softer. All right. Fay. Do you get it now? So this is pay. Let me add dagesh. Yeah, pay. Okay. And the numerical value, of course, is 80. Sorry. Numerical value is 80. Now, yes, we have sad. Remember the first time I was reading my Igbo handout, I saw it and I was like, Shade, because the handout I was reading did not have the T, because the T is actually silent. Okay, but you know, the native speaker probably knows how to pronounce it if it's not silent, you know, when they're pronouncing this particular alphabet. All right, so it is equivalent, can be S or TS. All right, so remember that now we are having like two letters that can make the S sound. All right, because we have sad and we also have samek that we looked at earlier. The numerical value is 90. If you want to write 90 in Hebrew, just draw your sad, then you have written it. So it makes a TS sound. You know, for those of you who are good with sound, okay, I'm really not that good with sound, but I get to understand what I'm saying anyways. So samek is just my sad is, you know, something like that. Okay. All right. The next Hebrew alphabet is the alphabet that looks like P in English, but actually it is the letter Q. Kof. Kof. Looks like P, but it is Kof. All right. So you just have to get familiar with the alphabet. Then we are good to go. All right. So this is Q. All right. Some people sometimes translate it as K. You know, not because they make the same sound or similar sound. And then this is 100. Kof. Can we move on now? Yes, we can move on. After Kof, the next Hebrew alphabet is Find it a little bit hard to draw it, but it's like something like this. All right, and this is rich, because that gives you how. So it's not like your English out, but facing the other side. And you know, the font you are using to read too can give it a different kind of shape. But this is how rich looks like. And rich is 200. The numerical value is 200. It's 200. Rich. All right. So you know, you can begin to write ruach now. If you want to write ruach, that's spirit in Hebrew. You start with your resh. All right. Now we're going to learn about verb later on too, because there's some other words we're going to learn. Okay. Yeah. The next Hebrew alphabet is Shin. Okay, and now this particular letter, I need you to again go and see the video on dialect. I've explained this letter much more. I've given a better explanation to this letter there. All right, today is written in two ways. So sometimes you can read some maybe you go online and then you count the number of Hebrew alphabet there and you're seeing 23. It's because of this letter today is now written in two ways. All right, originally it's just one letter, and the way they distinguish it is that, but because of dialect, it has two distinct ways of being pronounced. All right, so we put a dot on the right hand side, you know, to give it the sh sound, shh, and then we put it on the left hand side to give us the s, and that we call it sin, to give us just the s sound, like s. So now it's like you're having three letters that can be translated as s in Hebrew. All right, number one is samek, number two is sad, and number three now is sin. Sin, not iniquity, not sin like that, but that's the name of the letter, sin. All right, and the better way to remember it is that, you know, the right hand side we call it, instead of sin we call it, instead of shin we call it shine. You know, at the right hand side we are shining, on the left hand side they are sinning, you know, something like that, just for you to, so that when you see it you can remember that, oh, this is. So you will find it on every, when you are reading today, you will find the dot on every alphabet. All right, so you will know if it is shin or sin. All right, so, and that's 300. Numerical value is 300. It's one letter. All right, it's one letter, just that dot. If you see the dot on the left, it's just an s sound. It's just for a better pronunciation. If you see the dot on the right, is a sh sound. Shh. Okay, and the last Hebrew letter. Okay, the last Hebrew letter is tav. The English equivalent, of course, is T. And that's number 400. So don't worry, in another video I'll be showing you how to write 21, 22. It's just addition of numbers. You know, any number you want to write now. 1000, maybe 253. It's just addition of the alphabet together, you know, in a particular arrangement, and you can write 400 and 32. Okay, so it's just it's not like Yoruba alphabet. I mean Yoruba numbering. You know, when you say mẹ́rìndínlógún, mẹ́tàdínlógún, méjìdínlógún and stuff like that. So like 4 minus 4 plus mẹ́rìnlélógún. You know, so that's what we are going to be doing here now. So TAF plus this plus that, you're getting the numbers you're looking for. So this is TAF, and it is the letter T. Okay, so now you can write another word. You can write some other word. Example, we can write I've written Ben the other time for son. This guy usually get cough. Better. Right? Pay attention to my bait. No matter how it's doing, just that there's a line that's coming out at the back here. We put our second letter and our last letter, and then we put this particular A, the short A, attack, vowel. Then we have, can you try to pronounce it? Okay, let me agree, you have pronounced it. Now you should practice pronouncing it without writing it too, so that you can know how to, so that if you see an Hebrew Bible, you'll be able to read it. All right, so we can go now. We have, this is bait, this is A, and this is T. So we have what? Bat. We have bat, and that's the Hebrew word for daughter. That's the Hebrew word for daughter. Now, were you able to pronounce it correctly? Please let me know in the comment section. All right, so we have bat for daughter, and we have Ben. Ben for son. Bat for daughter, and Ben for son. Okay, so we are just going to try as much as possible to write out all of the 22 alphabets now, and then, you know, read them out. So let's go. We have Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Kate, Tate, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pay, Sad, Rish, Shin, Tav. So let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right. I think I missed one. alphabet. Yes, I did. And that is Kof. Kof, Resh, Shin, and Tav. Right, so let's count again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, so let's go. Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Kate, Tate, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pei, Sad, Kof, Resh, Shin, and Tav. Alright, so that is the Hebrew 22 alphabet, and we are done with the alphabet. Can you see how simple Hebrew is? Moving on now, I'm just going to continue to get with our vocabularies, get to know new words. For example, we have learned a lot of words. We have learned have, which is father. We have learned dag, which is fish. We have learned Yahweh or Jehovah, of course. We have learned Ben, right, which is son. We have learned Yeled, which is child. We've also learned Bat, which is daughter. So let me give us maybe one or two more vocabularies so that we can practice on our own. Remember to get your handout where you can practice more, and you have a lot of vocabularies to learn there, okay, so that you can get familiar with the word. Now you will need to go and watch the video on types of alphabet. Of course, that should be the next video on the channel. Types of alphabet, so that you can understand from the word I want to write now. This is the major letter that gives me a challenge. Right. Now, here we have the letter M. Now let me see, yes, so let me explain this. This is M, this is also M. All right. So if you get to see the video on types of letter, we have some letters that when they come at the end of the word, they change their form. This is the M I've been writing, but this is how M appears anytime it is at the end of a word, more like a square. All right, so this is M and this is M. Of course, this is a Yod, which is Y. Now this alphabet, you should be familiar with our short A already by now. And this is our short I. This is I. All right, so if you should write now, we have M, we have A, we have Y, we have I, and we have M. Mayim, Mayim, and that is the Hebrew word for water. That is the Hebrew word for water. So let me quickly write these two like that. Okay, so we have the same M here. Now remember that this one is silent, but then we have our A here under it, our long A here. So we have our long A here. We have now this one is silent. How do we write it? We write like an apostrophe to the right. Am I correct? Yes. Then our A. I'm writing it capital letter because I'm writing the name of a person, and this is English, so that's why I'm writing it in capital letter A. So this is what Dalet. We have another A here, and then our M. We have Adam. Right, the word for one of the word for man. So I did not tell us something about Ayin the last time, so I'll just quickly go back to Ayin. Remember, Ayin is the second silent letter. Ayin, second silent letter. And when you want to write it in English, because it's silent, we don't know how it is pronounced, so, and it cannot be pronounced, so we write it like a quotation mark. Now remember that Aleph faces like this, right? Ayin faces the other side. That's just the difference, because they are silent and we cannot pronounce